Hello and welcome to another update video about gold. Gold continues to push a bit higher. It obviously did break out here above this ascending wedge. We talked about that already in the last video. The count here remains intact that we discussed in the last video a few days ago. The count assumes that the bear market low for gold was already in. It's of course a little bit too early to confirm that, as so often the overall strong retracement which is going to come will tell us the truth. But at the moment we seem to be only halfway there, given how shallow those 1-2 setups have been so far. My primary expectation and count is here, this one that you can see on the screen. We see that off the low, which was made in November at around 1620, we, a bit lower, 1618, 1619, we moved up in a wave 1. The first impulsive wave, we came down in a wave 2. Unfortunately, a very, very shallow correction. Unfortunately, unlikely, yeah, very shallow, but unfortunately there is no rule for how strong or weak corrections need to be. It's only guidelines. This is certainly a shallow wave 2 like this doesn't happen very often. Honestly, it doesn't happen very often. Then we had another 1-2 setup that was okay given the length of the wave 1. It came down, I think, to probably something like the 50% retracement, most likely. Yeah, just about, not quite. So also that was also rather shallow. Confirms basically the bullishness that's going on here at the moment. And then we broke out here to the upside of the wedge. And I previously had another count, expected to move down, but informed you that I think as soon as we get above round about 1900, this count will be activated, which unlocks further upside potential against the support level of 1829. So that's the critical support level. That's the wave 2 low. Of course, we have also working support here at this low here at 1871. So breaking below that would threaten the count and would threaten the pattern here. But as long as we hold this support at the moment, we can focus here on higher. Can we add any sort of wave counts? Well, we could make an attempt here to add some of the lower level waves. I mean, based on this, we've got a 1-2-1-2 setup. Yeah, we're basically in this white wave 3. Maybe we should try to give it a go to calculate a target for this wave 3 based on what is going on here. And 1-2, so 1-2. So this would take us, I mean, in an ideal world, this wave 3 would even take us to $2,134, the 1.618 extension. Feels a bit too high at the moment, but that's sort of looking at ideal extensions and ideal targets, what seems reasonable. But it just feels, I mean, without any strong retracement to rally, it feels a bit unreal. So I'd be careful about that. Certainly I would expect here the $2,000 level, and then we take it from there. Maybe the subwave counts can give us a better clue. So if I try to find a target for the yellow wave 3, that would sort of be the next target here. I take the length of the wave 1 to the low of the wave 2. And then we've got here possible targets. The first one would be here 1956. That's the 1.618 extension. Then we've got the 200% extension. That's certainly likely as well at 1985. And the way this is currently developing, wouldn't be a surprise to get to that level. Because if I look at the subwaves, there is a bit more space for it. Yeah, and then we could come down in 4 and move up in 5. But the area between 1956 and 1985 would be likely for this third wave if this count is correct and if we're holding the 1871 level. Looking at the subwaves, I would say we had here a small 1-2. Then this can't be the 3 and 4, it would be too shallow, but then probably this is still in the making. Wave 3, 4, and then 5. That's sort of active at the moment still. Yeah, and that's sort of where we are at the moment with gold. So can certainly still push higher. I gave you the key support level that is absolutely relevant here at the moment for the further development. Is there any other count possible? I guess yes, but only really in similar ways, very similar. So I would just redo a little bit the waves here. It wouldn't really change a lot. So for example, I could say this is another one too, but it's only really, it doesn't really change anything. I mean, working support at the moment is 1871. And against that, we can currently focus on high as long as that holds. I mean, we broke recently above this wave X high here, yeah. We take all the resistances out at the moment, and we even broke above these lows at the moment. And all of that looks like we're currently continuing further, but please watch those support areas that I indicated. Looking at some of the indicators at the moment, we can see the MACD is certainly here still pushing higher on the daily time frame. Also, I don't really see here on the daily a bearish divergence, so the price is pushing. The RSI is also making a new high. We're now overbought, but in a trend, those high levels, they can remain active for a while, yeah. Sometimes longer than seems reasonable. And even if the RSI starts to fall, we can still push higher with the price. Yeah, so also currently the RSI on the 4 hour is holding above 50, which is sort of at the moment a bullish sign. MACD might come down for a bearish crossover. It's something to watch, but a bit too early to say. But yeah, it's all about price action. As long as that support level is holding, that wave 2 support, we can focus on higher. So yeah, that's my update about gold. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.